Hey everybody, this episode of Hit the Mics is brought to you by All Gas No Brakes Clothing Company.
Yeah, if you haven't noticed, we're already wearing the t-shirts.
we're matching. We're twinsies today.
Yeah, we're twins today. You know, All Gas No Breaks. Yeah, they were kind enough to be our sponsor for this episode, and this is the first time this has happened. But I think what really stuck out to us the most is that they're not just a clothing company; they're more of a lifestyle brand.
Right.
And something that I think me and you, our personalities, and the people we like to talk to are about. You know,
sure, absolutely.
Not waiting, taking a chance, stepping on the gas. Your own destiny's in your own hands.
Yeah,
shoulda, coulda, woulda. Step on the gas, make it happen.
Well, we always talk about how much we hate people who are always talking about what they want to do and not actually doing it.
Yeah,
so,
like I would have done this if X, Y, and Z. It's like, no,
I wish I could, or yeah, but this.
Not get in the car, step in the gas, make it happen.
Right.
And All Gas No Breaks, that's what they're about. I mean, they have t-shirts, as you can see, the ones we're wearing now. They have face masks, slides, if you guys need those. I know it's the end of summer, but like, we're in LA.
Yeah,
LA summer doesn't end until Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's true.
So you got time.
Yeah.
They're born and bred in LA, independent clothing company. So yeah, please give them a check out. Please check them out. They're on you can find them on Instagram at allgas_official. Give them a like and a follow, and yeah, you should check some of the stuff out. They're doing a good thing.
allgasnobrakesclothing.com. All gas, no brakes. The difference between failure and success is where the story ends. Now let's start the show. Okay. Welcome to another episode of Hit the Mics with Ryan D. I, of course, am Ryan D.
And I am Steve Rogers.
That's right. And today we have a very, very special guest. I'm very excited to have him on. We just watched his UNspecial together last night, which was very funny. He's a comedian. He's a co-host of Swings and Misses podcast and
the Ralph Report.
as well as the Ralph Report. Here he is, Eddie Pence, everybody.
Hey guys.
Hey, what's up, Eddie?
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for buying the UNspecial. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome. We really enjoyed it, actually.
With Comedy Dynamics taking 50%, that's almost $4 in my pocket.
Oh, well, you're welcome. So how's it been going with the at least the any feedback? What's the feedback you've been getting?
It's been pretty good. I'm pretty positive. It's been up. I think Comedy Dynamics rolled it out on September 1st on all transactional platforms. And then the album came out on September 4th, which is the same show without the visuals. So it's been going pretty good. I've pretty positive feedback. Only a couple negative comments, but those are to be expected.
Those are always
those are always there. You know what? I really what made you pick DC?
I'm from DC. It's my hometown.
Oh, okay.
So,
but because did you have like a choice in venue? Because I mean, I liked the whole small little theater vibe or little comedy club vibe, but I don't know if that was out of necessity or. It was
a kind of both. I had the idea I wanted to do a comedy special for years, and you know what it's like being a comic trying to get production companies to, hey, put up 20 or 30 grand, let's make a big venue and make it really pretty looking. Right. I was just gonna set out, do it on my own, and just, even if I had to get like 2 of my friends' iPhones and set them up in the back of stage 2 at the Ice House and just film the smallest little comedy special I could. That was all. I just wanted to put something together and put it out. That's all I cared about. And I joined Ralph Garman as the vice host of his Ralph Report. And he's got like a humongous, passionate fan base called the Garmy. Right. And I just was like, I got a lot of positive feedback from them as they're very supportive of me. So I was like, you know what? I have these dates set up in DC in April of 2018, back in my hometown. I know I can pack that little room with, I can make it a home field game, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can. I got 2 months before that, and I got the idea in January 2019. I'm like, let me go up on Indiegogo and see if I can raise 10 grand to shoot it. Yeah. And I was lucky enough to raise 15 on Indiegogo.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
And we used every dime of that and then some to put that together. So it just tells you how expensive it is to shoot these things.
Yeah, no, shooting anything on video is it's pricey.
Crazy expensive.
Yeah. I mean, we've done a couple things ourselves, but it's like even for us with the tiny budget that we've even thrown together, it's just like you don't even realize how much food just costs.
Yeah. Just taking care of people that work for you.
Yeah.
You gotta have some breakfast and have like some crafty out and give them lunch. Like, shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where most of the budget went. Like if I had it to do over again, if I knew then what I know now, I just would have I would have raised the money and shot it in LA because I could have done it for a lot cheaper here. Most of my expenses were flying people to DC, putting them up, feeding them, taking care of them for 3 days, and then going back.
Oh, so all the people who worked on it.
Yeah, my opener, I took care of her, and then the director and the DP and the sound guy. I had to fly them there and put them up there for the night. So that was where the major expense came from.
Right.
Yeah. Were they your DP and director? Or were there people you already knew?
My director was Dustin Jacobs. He's a USC film grad, and I've known him for 5 or 6 years, and he's always thrown me in like little projects he does, little short films and stuff. And I was like, yeah, Dustin, you want to try to shoot this ultra low budget, super grimy comedy special? And he was like, I'm all about it.
That's exactly what it was. But that I really like I was telling Steve about it, I really enjoyed the little small vibe. Like it was like really just the bare bones. Like, comedy.
So bare bones.
Yeah. It was nice. It was a refresher than like, it's not so extravagant as a lot of these.
Yeah. That's why it's the unspecial comedy.
Right.
Yeah. But I know a couple of big guys have done. I'm not saying you're not big guy Eddie, but I've seen like Gerard Carmichael. I know he did one like just at the Comedy Store.
Yeah,
I think Chappelle did one in the Belly Room.
I think Sarah Silverman did one at like Largo, very small.
Yeah. And we did talk about it last night. I do like that smaller, more intimate feel than the big theater. Special experience.
It seems like certain things register a little bit better than too. If you have like too much space to
you guys know it's like when you're playing like a big packed room of like 300, 400, 500 people,
right?
You don't make a connection with the audience. You're just out there saying your jokes, and the crowd is so hot because it's so packed that they're just laughing. Everyone's in that rhythm of that set up punch joke, laugh, and you don't make the connection. In a small venue, you don't get that. You have to work for those laughs.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked about it, because that felt most like stand-up comedy to me.
Yeah.
Not just like seat fillers that they got on Groupon. It's like, might as well.
Right. Yeah, and they come out and they have the crowd warm-up guy and like, okay, laugh here and laugh there. It's like I really wanted that feel of like, this is what stand-up comedy. And then what's even funnier is we shot 3 shows. The first show was a wash because the air conditioning wouldn't work, so I was just dripping in sweat. We didn't use any of that footage.
You know what? That's what I was gonna tell you was I was gonna give you some props for not sweating so much throughout the whole. I was watching it the whole time. I was like, he's not sweated yet. He's not.
You want to know why I didn't sweat? The Friday night show, we didn't have air conditioning because the sound guy's like, it might ruin everything, so don't run the air. We're like, okay. Yeah. And 5 minutes in the thing, I'm just dripping wet. Can't use any of it.
Yeah.
The second night, Saturday early show, we're like, fuck it, we're running the air condition. I don't care.
Yeah.
And we did it, and the sound was fine. But what I did is I took my right guard antiperspirant and I just rubbed it all over my body. I was glistening, my chest, my shoulders, my arm. I had it I probably clogged up every pore on my body, but I didn't sweat a lick.
No. Yeah. Okay. Well,
that's how I did it. That's my secret.
That's the secret.
Just bathe in antiperspirant.
I'm sure I have 17 different types of cancer now, but I didn't sweat at all.
Yeah, but now you're on Amazon, so
yeah, I'm on Amazon. So but what's funny is the Saturday early show was a great show. The 8 p.m. show was great. It was full. All the jokes hit. I did everything. Crowd was perfect. The 10 o'clock show, I shot this on April 20th, so it was 4/20. So the late show, everybody was stoned. Everybody was stoned.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get a single joke out without having to talk to somebody. So the second show, the late show, is what stand-up comedy really is. I was doing crowd work the whole time. And I actually want to cut that together and actually have that one so I can go, okay, this is what a special looks like. Yeah. And this is what stand-up comedy really is.
Yeah. And there's a crowd work. I think Andrew Schultz did that a couple months ago. He had like his crowd work special.
Oh, really? Yeah. I mean, I was just
at a club and he just put that out and he was just doing like crowd work.
I was just wrangling the crowd for 45 minutes.
Yeah. And that, I mean, that's one of those skills you have to have, being in those small clubs too.
Yeah.
So was it like just two completely different sets?
I couldn't use anything from the late show. I had used everything on the special is the Saturday 8. I shot 3 shows, but I only used the Saturday 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
So I got lucky.
That was the last show then? The one that you actually ended up using?
No, the last show I used the 8 p.m. So the 10 p.m. show is a show I couldn't use because it was
okay.
It was just me just whipping the crowd.
Well, at least you had the good one in the middle.
Yeah. So lucky.
But the 45 minutes of crowd work, I mean, you could still put that out like that.
Yeah, I think I want it. I'm gonna, if I can ever save up enough money to have somebody edit the thing together, I might put it together.
Yeah.
I mean, send me the footage.
We know how to edit.
Yeah, and I'm cheap.
Yeah.
I might take you up on that.
Yeah, 100% serious. I'm not just talking shit.
Yeah. Anyway, so any any plans to get it on Jesus? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Any plans to get it on like just like a regular streaming platform, or is it?
I originally tried when I got the thing together and we got it all cut together. I was trying my hardest to hit people up at Netflix, trying to make inroads to like Hulu and Netflix just to sell to one of those places. But Netflix has become this monster where it's like, unless they are producing it, they don't take it. It's sort of like it's our stuff now. Everything's in house with Netflix.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't always that way though, right?
It wasn't, but they've become this beast.
Pay
now.
them to be on there.
Yeah.
Not just host it, but
their
own studio basically.
Basically, and if they can't have some sort of production into it, they don't want it.
Yeah.
So basically I started reaching out. I was on the Ralph Report and I basically put out a call for help. I was like, anyone have any connections out there to any distributor places I can get this to? And then a listener knows somebody at Comedy Dynamics, and I reached out to them and put it all together.
Yeah, Comedy Dynamics. I mean, they do a lot of stuff, right? Like,
they put it everywhere. They pitch it. They pitch it to all the streaming places like Netflix and all that stuff. And then if those people pass, like HBO and all that, then they go and they just put up on all the transactional platforms, which are like iTunes, Amazon Prime, Comcast, DirecTV, all those places you can buy or rent videos. They put it everywhere.
Yeah.
So they take half. That's so much.
They take half.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But they give that deal to everybody. Like Jim Gaffigan gets the same deal I get. So like that's just the Comedy Dynamics deal. But they do a lot on the promotional end. They put together all the social media stuff, and they
host it everywhere else. And so
stuff I couldn't do.
Is Comedy Central just dead then?
I
mean, I haven't watched in a very long time.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they're giving out these like 15-minute special, like these 15-minute chunks, like for the website, and stuff like that. For like,
they're going like completely digital with stand up, and I think what they're doing now, as far as like their broadcast, their network stuff, they're just going like they're trying to do like Adult Swim stuff, which is like animated things. They're not even doing comedy anymore.
I mean, it's crazy. It's mostly just reruns of South Park. It's the only reason I watch.
Yeah. You think you have all that Viacom money? And the way things are changing, like Comedy Central, like try to rebrand themselves, or not rebrand themselves, but just still be like, "Yo, we're the comedy people,"
right?
And like,
bring back Premium Blend or something.
What they did is like, I think when Viacom got a hold of them, after a while, they kind of became like Workaholics took off, and it's like, okay, that's our demographic now, college age boys. That's our demographic. So everything they've geared is to like stoned college kids sitting on a couch watching TV.
Yeah.
True.
That's it. Daily Show, South Park, and then everything else is geared towards stoned college kids.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't even checked out any new programming
shows on Comedy Central.
Really.
I mean, they canceled Drunk History.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh man.
They're just going. They're going straight like animated Adult Swim stuff.
It seems to be the trend right now. There's a lot of new animated shows coming out right now, though.
Yeah.
Is it any cheaper? I don't really know.
Yeah, animation is cheaper. And especially right now, like you can't really do, I mean, you can do like full scale productions, but it's harder and there's a lot of like the COVID compliance and things you have to do.
Oh yeah.
So animations,
that makes sense.
You can record at home. You're a video actor, record at home, animators at home, and then make it work.
Yeah.
So it makes sense for now, but it's still just like, come on.
It's a dying network, I think.
Yeah.
It's sad because I grew up watching it.
Yeah. Like when I was in college,
so did we.
Yeah, it was like Friday nights, Premium Blend, Colin Quinn, like all of that. I would always watch the 30-minute specials they would do. Like I was always glued to it. Like
that's still a highlight of my whatever I'm doing. My stand-up career is like that. When I got that live at Gotham in 2006, I'm like, that's all I ever wanted was to do stand-up on Comedy Central, and I got to do it.
Yeah. And now it's
done.
And then they had live at Gotham on like Access TV or something like that.
Well, they did. Access TV started doing Gotham Live.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Which was a different. It's shot at Gotham, but a different.
Different. Similar, but we're different.
Same but different.
That was done live though, so that was nerve-wracking. I did that one too, and that one was nerve-wracking because that was live.
Wait, which one?
Gotham Live, Gotham Comedy Live on Access TV was.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Pretty nuts because you're kind of. I mean, you're used to doing comedy live because that's how you do stand-up. But when you're doing TV live comedy, you're like, oh
wait, I didn't know that was a show. It was live comedy at Gotham.
It was on Access TV.
That feels like it can just go so wrong. You're hoping the audience. Hoping the
sometimes
audience
it wasn't
okay.
good. Yeah, sometimes it wasn't good.
No,
it was crazy.
Yeah, no, my grandparents used to record it all the time, so like I would watch it. And, I mean, I've seen a few of my friends on there, you know what I mean, and then I'd be like, oh god,
it was fun, but nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I bet. So, speaking of which, like live streaming and comedy and stuff like that, what are you doing right now? As far as are you actually hitting any dates, or have you been on the road at all?
I haven't been on the stage. I think my last gig was February at Flappers. I don't think I've been on stage.
My last gig was like some fucking. I did like.
Oh, you did the backyard party.
I did do a backyard party. I did like a small gathering in Upland.
How was that?
Weird. And I did get offered something tomorrow, but I might just turn it down. I'm not sure if I'm.
You had that show at the Ice House we were all supposed to do, I think in April or May.
I had 3 shows. I had 3 shows at the Ice House in April. I had mine, and then I was doing the main room, and then I was on somebody else's show on stage too. I had 3 different shows. I
haven't been. I've done a couple. I've done a handful of Zoom shows, which are okay, but I mean, I missed the live.
Have you done them? I haven't done them. I don't.
I've done a couple 10 minutes, and then I did that one, the Nowhere Comedy Club, the Steve Hofstetter thing. I did that. That was That was a 45-minute set. That was
whoa on Zoom. Wow,
on Zoom, and it wasn't bad. After like 5 minutes, you sort of get back into your rhythm of being a comedian, and it turns into more of a comedy monologue than stand-up comedy. You're doing your set.
Yeah, that's kind of like what I mean. We've been doing these little things like, you know, promotional things for the podcast. Like we write jokes, and it's like top 5 reasons to subscribe, and it's like jokes of, like in the news, you know what I mean? It'd be like, you know, we're not this, we're not that, and stuff like that. So that's been a little bit of an outlet for me to kind of write. But other than that, I mean, I write mostly on experience, and there's nothing I can do to experience right now.
What's going to suck is when we finally do get back out there, there's going to be a million comics doing COVID quarantine jokes.
Exactly. And then
let it separate you, because you know that. Like, that's just a low hanging fruit. Like, I don't want to hear bro, you didn't hear the open micer do that before the real show started? Right. You still thought it was a good idea? All right. Yeah, no, do you.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so I don't know. I got to get the details for this thing that I got asked.
It's not bad. Like, I did the Nowhere one, and I made a good amount of money for one show, because they cut out. I mean, the way they do it is you're basically cutting out all the overhead of a comedy club, and all the money is just basically going to the comedian.
Yeah.
And the tickets were only like $10 a piece. I got like 150 people to jump into it, and you hit a certain. I know at the Nowhere Comedy Club, if you hit like, I got to 150 people, so I got 70% of the door, or the virtual door, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so I made more in one 45-minute set than I usually make doing a week somewhere.
Right.
Yeah. So how does that work though when you're doing like the Zoom comedy shows? Like, do you see like these people's faces? Like, are they muted, or is it just you looking at you just doing your monologue basically?
The way they do it is very good. They have a moderator running the Zoom show, right? So they have everyone's mic turned on so you can hear laughter, which helps. Yeah. But if someone's being too loud or laughing too loud, or they'll mute the guy.
Okay, that doesn't seem as bad then, because
you end up paying like $135 to the moderator. That comes out of your pay.
Yeah.
For that guy to sit there and moderate the whole Zoom call, which is it's totally worth it.
You're still taking 70% because you got the 150 in there.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
It's not bad.
And and
if
you could shut a heckler up immediately.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have to deal with
that's true.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
Maybe I've been hating on it too long. Maybe I should just actually.
Look, I resisted it for like a month. I did mine back in May, and I resisted it for like a month and a half. Like, I'm doing a Zoom show, and then I did it, and I'm like, you know what? It wasn't bad, and I paid my rent in one night.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
You know what? Well, I've been doing these other things like there's this app called like Stereo that I'm like a partner on now. So I get paid to just go on there and just talk to strangers.
Yeah.
So it's like chat roulette.
It's pretty much like chat roulette, but it's like
no video.
But yeah, no video. It's just
dick, no cocks, and video.
Yeah, they were smarter about it this time. So it's just it's like a little icon, like Bitmoji of yourself, and then like you link up with somebody else, and then you guys you talk.
Wow.
And I just put my earbuds in, and they'll talk with depending on who it is, because now there's a bunch of, sometimes I'll get kids on there.
No.
And it's like it's an 18 and over app, but who's checking these kids' IDs? They just go on there and they're like, I'm playing Fortnite, and you're like, oh Jesus, I'm like, how old are you, kid? You're like 9.
Yeah.
This is going nowhere, and this is dangerous for me.
Yeah, that's very dangerous, dude.
Registration list.
Like, yeah,
very dangerous
for sure. Like, this is my job, kid, and get out of here. But yeah, sometimes I've met up with a couple people that were pretty interesting though. Like I've had like an hour-long conversation with somebody in like Connecticut or something.
I'm sure it's probably occasionally cool.
Yeah. I mean, and it's all based on time. So so like the longer I stay on, the more money I get.
Oh
so,
yeah.
So,
drag it out.
Yeah. Let's talk about whatever. Let's talk about Fortnite. What's that about, kid? How many kills you get this week? Really? That's great. That's great.
So with this COVID world, how are your podcasts going? Because I know
Swing and Misses is
Swings and Misses. We had a little scare on the Ralph report yesterday. Ralph tested positive for COVID.
Oh
no. So
you've actually been in studio with him.
Yeah, I go to his house every day.
Shit. Okay.
I'm there every day, and he called me up because he's shooting a film on the weekends, and so he has to get tested every week before he goes on set. And then this past week he tested positive for it. So so that's why we didn't do a show today or tomorrow. But we all got tested today. I got tested today actually because of it, and I'm negative, and he came back negative too. So I guess he got a false positive the first time possibly. I don't know.
See, that's the thing that seems to be happening too. Like I know people who skipped out on their tests and still got positive in emails.
Oh, really? Weird.
Yeah. Like they scheduled a test and then didn't go, and then
they got an email saying you're positive.
Yeah. Like I don't know if that's just because they were pissed because he didn't show up.
Yeah, you didn't come back. Like fuck you, you're positive.
Fuck you.
Stay home for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
you
fuck
fucking
man.
dummy.
And you have herpes.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, if you don't swab yourself very good in the self-swabbing test, it'll read false positive.
Well, like here's the thing though, like because when I did my COVID test, it was like, do it yourself, and I thought someone was gonna do it for us. Yeah, you have to realize we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah.
You really expect people who don't work in the medical field at all to be able to administer these tests the right way?
Put a thing all the way up your nose.
Like, I want to just shove this thing all the way up to my brain.
Yeah, it was weird.
All right, like no, like come on, guys, come on.
Yeah,
but so we'll be back at it on Monday, and then all my other shows, Swings and Misses, and I've been able to. I've been one of the lucky ones that during this whole thing, my jobs haven't stopped. We got furloughed on Swings and Misses for 2 months, but we went back in June.
Yeah.
And we've been going every day.
That was the last time we talked.
It was. Yeah.
On the other show.
Yeah.
So I've been very fortunate that I've been able to work this whole time.
Still going.
Yeah, that's good, man. Good for you.
So speaking of like swings and misses and sports,
here we
stuff
go.
like that. Well,
I see the Bucks. I see the Buccaneers hat.
Yeah, I got to. So
go
like,
ahead.
what? Have
your fun. Have your foosball talk.
Fuck you. Oh, I did skateboard. I don't know anything about real sports. Fuck out of here.
Hey, it's in the Olympics now, so fuck you.
Yeah. So is fucking other shit. So badminton.
So is curling.
Ping pong. Who the fuck is about? Yeah. All right.
All right.
No, but I was gonna ask you about like the outlook of the NFL season. There's a fuck ton of injuries like these past couple.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a lot with the whole. There hasn't been a proper off season. I mean, we didn't get a preseason at all, and you always see a ton of injuries in the preseason. But now we're just seeing basically September is preseason.
Yeah, which is it's kind of weird because I remember like years ago there was like this whole thing about like cut 2 preseason games and extend the regular season to 18 games, which I thought was stupid then. I'm glad they didn't do it, but like you need those preseason, even if it was just like a series for the number ones who got a job secured.
Yeah,
you still need to get those bumps.
I think you saw with Tom Brady in Week 1. Speaking of your Bucs, I think preseason would have helped Tom Brady get acclimated to that offense.
Yeah, like I still have full confidence in the Buccaneers this season, and I knew the Saints were going to be our biggest test. But yeah, I wasn't worried after losing. It's just like it's Week 1.
He'll come around.
Coach, yeah.
And the Falcons are a broken team. They're just broken.
Yeah,
they're not.
They're done. Panthers aren't going to do anything. So I'm like,
no. Breeze looked really old against the Raiders, so I don't know if the Saints are going to be there at the end. I think the Buccaneers probably will win that division.
No, yeah, Buccaneers needed some, a couple weeks to, like you said, get acclimated. But the Saints, yeah, I watched that Monday night game. No, they're done. And not only that, like running backs are done in the NFL. I mean, they're not. I mean, I know it's been a trend, but I mean, Saquon Barkley with the Giants, like, yeah, he blew out his ACL. He's not going to play, but like, did he really matter?
No, really not to that team.
That much better. Like, no, like all running backs now are just, they're the fullbacks from the 80s.
Yeah,
like they're done.
It's a dying. It's no longer. You're no longer going to have the Adrian Peterson 35 carries a game running back. That's just. It's going to be a platoon of running backs, and they have to be just as good at catching the ball as they do at running the ball.
Yeah, and it's like all the old records of rushing yards per game, yards in career. Those are never going to be broken.
Emmitt Smith will last forever.
Emmitt Smith is fine. That'll never happen again. If Saquon Barkley was around in the 90s, he'd be amazing. But now, like him going out, it's like it's just not that big of a deal. Why? If anybody wastes a pick on a running back above the third in future drafts,
it makes no sense.
Dumb.
Makes no sense.
But after these 2 weeks, like
I'm gonna go grab it.
Ryan's in physical pain.
Yeah,
no, it's fine. I'm gonna go grab a drink. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. So.
He's holding a drink, going, "I have to go get a drink."
I gotta dismiss myself somehow. I think my dog's out again. No, go ahead, guys. It's all good.
No, but I was gonna ask, like, after. I mean, it's 2 weeks and it's early, but like, who are some of your like favorites? Like,
what's it? Sorry, they dropped out for a second. What'd you say?
I said I know it's only been 2 weeks and it's early, but like, who would you say like some of your favorite emerging teams so far?
The Rams surprised me. How good the Rams looked.
Yeah, Jared Goff in the Rams was kind of it was a shocker for me too.
I wrote them off. I was like, they're done.
Yeah, after last season.
Now it looks like San Francisco is going to be the Rams of this year.
Yeah, especially after losing Bosa.
Yeah, and Kittle's been hurt, and now you got Garoppolo out for a couple weeks. I mean.
Yeah, they're so it's a possibility. I mean, they still have Seattle in that division.
Seattle, and then a team that's surprising, the Cardinals. Kyler Murray looks untouchable.
Kyler Murray's great, and it helps you got one of the best wide receivers in that shit trade that Houston did.
Bill O'Brien should be fired and banned from North American football.
He should have got fired right after that trade happened. Who was it? Who was the running back they got? Anderson?
Some guy coming off an ACL or an MCL, some knee injury. It was insanity.
An older running back, maybe been in the league for 5 years. Fuck you, that's old for NFL. But like an older running back for Hopkins,
the best wide receiver
in the game right now, and you gave him up for that. And
now Kyler Murray is untouchable because you can't put 9 people in the box.
No. And I mean, Larry Fitzgerald, I know he's old, but he still does some things. And then you got Hopkins on the outside, and Kyler Murray's a fucking phenomenal.
With Hopkins there and Kyler Murray running around, Fitzgerald can play in the slot for another 3 years.
Yeah, it's insane. But as of right now, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I just like the Cardinals in Seattle are going to be in that division, and I wouldn't be shocked if the Cardinals gave the Seahawks a run.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, who did the Seahawks play this week? I know they
play the Cowboys.
No, Patriots, right? Or was that last week?
No, the Raiders played the Patriots this week.
Oh, okay.
Seahawks Cowboys play this week.
No, the Raiders played Orleans on Monday night.
Yeah,
and
they played the Patriots this week.
I actually watched that game.
The Patriots played Seahawks.
No, the Patriots played the Seahawks this past. Yeah, the Patriots played the Seahawks this past Sunday.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see. Like, I'm still excited. Like, I'm a Bucs fan, as people know, and so
I'm a football team fan. So.
Yeah, the football team, the Washington football team. Did you know about that?
No, what's going on?
So the Washington football team used to be the Redskins.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So we're going to change our name, but they couldn't come up with a name, so they're just the Washington football team.
It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
My favorite thing. I have a Washington football team hat and a football team shirt. I love it.
It's hilarious.
I saw a shirt. the other day on Facebook. It had the NFC's division. It said Giants, Cowboys, football team, Eagles. It's the best. I hope they don't change it. I hope they keep football team forever.
That would be hilarious.
Just leave it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave it at this point.
Football team.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm so happy about it.
What's your team name? Football.
Yeah.
Football team.
Football
Who do
team.
you report? The football team.
The football team.
Which one? No, the football team.
I mean, that keeps it pretty neutral, right? Like, even though you're an actual fan of an actual team, like no one.
What's
your favorite football team? Yeah, that one.
Yeah. No, it's a hell of a lot better than that high school football team I told you about.
Holy shit! Oh yeah, let's talk about
There
that.
is a high school football team somewhere in like South or West Texas, and their mascot is the Cotton Pickers.
Oh God!
But he's a Mexican guy.
But yeah, no, it's like a Mexican town, Mexican team, and they're like they stand by it because they're like, no, like when our families immigrated here from Mexico, like they were in the fields picking cotton, so we're the cotton pickers, and we're proud of that. And it's just like, bro, read the room.
Wow.
Maybe
And they've been that for like generations.
Yeah. It's like, holy fuck.
The Redskins were around since the 1930s, but you know what? It's time to move on. Let's
change. You know, words change over time. You're the cotton pickers.
Wow. Wow.
Maybe.
Yeah. Hey, we got a question for you actually in the comments.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It says right here, I know your co-host Jen is big in the Schmodown.
Yes.
Have you gotten into that at all?
I never. Jen's always asked me to come on and do some movie trivia stuff, but I've never gotten into it.
For the people who don't know, who is Jen?
Jen Sturgis is my co-host with Swings and Misses. I'm also good friends with Mark Ellis too. He's another Washington football team fan. He actually co-hosts a lot of the Schmodown stuff.
Right.
So I never really got into it. I've thought about it. Jen's asked me to come maybe do it every once in a while, but I've just never done it yet. Maybe someday.
Yeah, why not? I mean, what trivia do you think you would do the best at? If you're gonna go on the Schmodown?
Probably Star Wars trivia.
Yeah.
Some of those Star Wars trivia games though, like they have some like deep questions, like what color was the panel of this or something like you know what I mean? It's like shit that's in the background that no one pays attention to.
Yeah.
I saw one today, and it was just like, what was a vehicle that pulled into like the garage when we first like get to Yavin 4 in Return of the Jedi? I'm like, bitch, I don't. That's weird. Like I don't know. I don't know.
It's a T-14. I don't know.
Yeah. No, it was like a ATAT or some shit.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? No.
Is it okay, Eddie? Is it AT-AT or AT-AT?
I call it AT-AT.
Yeah.
I grew up with AT-AT.
Okay, but they're ATSTs, right?
Yeah. So
they're ATSTs, but that's the chicken walker is the ATST.
Right.
But I always call the AT-AT.
Well,
yeah,
okay.
Same thing.
Okay, so I called them ATATs growing up, and then somebody corrected me, said they were AT-ATs, and then another person recently was like, "No, it's AT-AT."
Well, they probably don't get out much, so it's okay. Like they could be AT-ATs and they could be ATSTs.
Yeah, we can all come. I know Star Wars fans are the most toxic fans in the history of fandom.
Yeah,
but I think we can all come together on AT-AT and AT-AT. I hope.
So what's the correct one?
They're both right.
They're both right.
Tomato.
AT-AT. Yeah, for AT-AT, I call AT-AT, but obviously ATST because you're not going to say AT.
Do they say AT-AT in the movie?
No, they never say AT-AT.
No,
they never do, right?
No.
Don't they say AT-AT sometimes? They say ATST.
No, I don't think they ever like really.
I'm pretty sure in Empire they say ATST.
They may say ATST in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, that's when the first came out.
Endor.
Maybe, but like everything else, no. Most of the characters, like they weren't given names. Like, hey, I'm Salacious Crumb. It was like, no, it's that shitty little goblin that's sitting on Jar Jar.
Fucking chicken thing.
Boba Fett. I can't think of anyone's names right now.
Keep going.
Yeah. Keep going. Jabba. They're sitting on Jabba. Jesus.
There's some fucking Star Wars fan right now just blowing their fucking.
Absolutely insane.
Eyeballs are bleeding right now.
You're not a real fan. Sorry. Sometimes you forget shit.
Jar Jar.
Yeah.
Anybody who wants to comment, tell us if it's AT-AT or AT-AT. Oh, well, I don't know how you would.
No, I don't even.
In type, I don't know how you translate.
I don't know how you would do it. So actually, since we're in the nerddom stuff, I was gonna talk to you. We wanted to bring up, Chadwick Boseman passed away. So there's been a lot of talk about what they're gonna do to move on, whether they're gonna replace him or what's gonna go on. So I don't know if you and Ralph have talked about that at all, or what do you guys think?
We talked about a little bit. I think they should just pass the mantle on to his sister or somebody else. Yeah, something like that. Like figure out some way to kill the character.
Yeah, like use unused footage from the first one.
Something like that. I don't know what actor would want to try to step into those shoes. Yeah. I think that would be tough to do.
Yeah.
Because he personified that character so well.
Yeah.
That I think I would be happy if they just passed it to someone else, because it happens in the comic books. They pass the mantle on.
And his sister, she took over the mantle for a bit. True. And so I think that's just kind of the way to go. In the beginning, I had my choices. Like I thought I've been watching the show Lovecraft Country on HBO. Yeah, which is great, by the way.
I got to get into it. It looks. You showed me that opening sequence that was completely bonkers, bananas.
Yeah. But the lead actor in that, he's been in a couple other things I've watched. Jonathan Majors, I thought he would be a good replacement.
I mean, there's definitely more than enough talented actors to do the role. It's just so. I mean, they've done it before in the MCU with War Machine and Incredible Hulk.
And have you ever heard the story behind that?
About Don Cheadle taking War Machine?
Yeah.
About how? No, go ahead.
So they had the president of Marvel then, Ike Perlmutter, was kind of a piece of shit. And so when it came to Iron Man 2, they were like, yo, Terrence Howard wants a little bit more money since there's big success.
Yeah.
And Perlmutter was just super cheap. And he was like, fuck no, we'll just get another black guy. They all look alike. He's like, no one will tell the difference. Wow. And so he no longer works for Marvel. Ike Perlmutter was a guy Captain America Civil War would not have happened if Ike Perlmutter was still there, because they wanted to do Civil War, but he's like, no, I don't want to pay Robert Downey Jr. to be in this movie. So we're not going to do that. Figure it out. And that was the final straw where Kevin Feige was able to take over and move past that guy. Yeah, it's a little bit money. He's like, oh no, dark-skinned Don Cheadle looks just like light-skinned Terrence.
Well, I knew Terrence Howard wanted more money for the second role. I just thought that they were he wanted too much money, and they were just like, no, I didn't know there was the whole racism behind it.
No, and it's racism and this guy being cheap. For one of the premieres, I think maybe the first Iron Man or Iron Man 2, one of the early premieres for the Marvel movies.
He wanted to replace Downey Jr. too.
Yeah, he didn't want him to be in it because he didn't want to pay for him to be in it.
Well, it's the insurance on Downey Jr. I'm sure was sky high at the time.
But no, it was a premiere, and at premieres, big Hollywood premieres and things like that, they have food and shit catered.
Yeah.
And, he didn't want to cater it. He's like, can't we just put out some chips and dip?
Paying for it?
He didn't want to pay for the catering. He was just give them chips at the premiere for one of their movies.
Oh.
So he was
so many shit bags in Hollywood.
Can you imagine and being an A-list actor? And then,
fucking
and you're
chips.
yeah, you get Totino's.
Yeah.
Frito-Lay. I'm like, come on, guys.
I'm using my name and star power working on this movie for 6 months, and you're giving me chips at the premiere.
I can't even.
Yeah, so he was a problem early, because early with Marvel, they wanted to do a Black Panther movie, and he's like, black movies on sale. They want to do the Black Widow movie early, but he's like, people don't go to women, superhero movies.
Yeah.
This guy sucks.
Yeah, so that's why there's that big push now with Black Panther, and then Black Widow gone. It's all right, we can do the shit that we want to do in the beginning. But that guy was just a giant asshole.
Eddie, who were your superheroes growing up?
I mean, the first superhero that got me into everything when I was probably 3 or 4 was Superman. Of course, was the first guy that pulled me into comics.
Yeah.
But when I started reading my own comics, I got more into Marvel than DC. And then Daredevil. I loved Daredevil growing up as a kid, and Cyclops.
Cyclops does not get the love he deserves.
No, he doesn't.
I love
he
Cyclops.
doesn't.
No,
James Marsden made him a fucking little dick pussy.
He was just a fucking side character, and just
it was awful.
Oh, man,
the greatest leader in the history of comic books is Cyclops.
Yeah,
the greatest leader. Even Captain America said the one guy that could probably replace him is Cyclops.
But we focus. Look, I'm not shitting on Wolverine, but we focus every goddamn X-Men movie on Wolverine. We fucking got it.
Yeah.
We got it.
He's a badass. We got it. But
there's more people than just Wolverine in the X-Men. We give them their justice. Yeah,
that's why the MCU is so great because you get to focus on all the characters that are all badasses, and then you bring them all together.
Yeah, that's why I know they're gonna bring the X-Men and Fantastic Four, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck about Wolverine. If Wolverine wasn't in the X-Men, the new one they bring out, I'd be totally fine with it.
No, I'm fine. Yeah.
There's so many other X-Men characters you can deal with.
Yeah, plus it's too soon to have. I don't know, but who knows? But they have a new Spider-Man every fucking year.
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little different.
There wasn't.
We had 7 Wolverine movies
with the same Wolverine. Yeah, you're right.
So
we're good with Wolverine, I think.
Yeah, we've been I said thing with the new Batman movies. I don't want to see the fucking Joker. Jokered out. Fucking Joker. Batman has enough other cool villains that we can see and have fun with. Same thing with Spider-Man. Fuck Green Goblin. I don't want to see that motherfucker flying around anymore.
Yeah.
Give me anybody else. So yeah.
I mean, I was happy that we got a Vulture.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I what I was for Vulture and no. Mysterio.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to see that fucking ugly motherfucker on that glider.
Yeah.
I've seen you enough already.
Yeah, give me Hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin. I'd be dope.
Yeah.
I'd be cool with Hobgoblin.
That'd be good.
Hobgoblin, Kraven the Hunter.
I think he might be. I think Kraven the Hunter's getting his own movie at Sony in the Spider-Man.
I hope so.
Supposedly, supposedly they're gonna start some sort of storyline with Kraven and then possibly tie in
Jeffrey Dean Morgan. That's my Kraven.
You think so?
I think I love Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Jeffrey Dean sausages.
I
don't know. I just always think of Jimmy Dean when I think of.
I think Bruce Campbell would be a great Kraven.
Bruce Campbell. Yeah, Bruce Campbell.
Shit.
Bring back Sam.
He might be a little old, but man,
no, Eddie. Bring back Eddie. Eddie. Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell as Kraven the Hunter.
Oh, could you imagine?
That movie would be amazing. Amazing.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
And he says boomstick at one point. Oh,
no, he says groovy at some point.
Yeah.
Groovy.
He's so good.
So okay, since we're still on this, I love this topic right now. What about the Batman? Did you guys break down that trailer and what did you think?
I'm more excited for it than I thought I would be because I didn't really care about another Batman movie and then rebooting another Batman character. The trailer kind of got me. Okay, I want to see it.
Yeah.
The casting, I loved everyone that was mentioned as far as casting went. I'm all in. I want to see some great actors. I didn't really like the visual of what I was at the Riddler they were showing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't care much for that visual. It seemed too much like Seven movie or Saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was okay with it because I'm, we're all the same big comic book fans growing up. I'm fine with them doing comic book movies and the character changing because the Riddler has been kind of a joke. The guy Edward Enigma. Yeah, and he tells riddles to confuse Batman. It's
he's basically a low grade Joker.
Yeah, how do you ground that for a movie and make it work where it's not Jim Carrey?
Yeah,
but I mean, it will be interesting. He's the one character that's smarter than Batman, so I will be interested to see how they play that, and I hope they bring back more of the detective Batman as opposed to what's his face is the Dark Knight Returns Batman, where he just grunts and growls and beats people up.
Yeah,
that's not Batman to me.
Yeah. No, you need that smarts part of
it. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah, because we were talking about I years ago, I had an idea for a Batman comic using the Riddler because I thought he was a joke. I'm like, this guy has to be able to, match Batman intellectually.
They got him pretty good in the video games. I don't know, Eddie, if you're a gamer at all, but those Arkham games
I love the Arkham games. I love the
Arkham games are so good, and the Riddler is actually a pretty important character in those games too.
Yeah. But here's the thing. We were talking about this, and I don't know if Eddie agrees. One thing for me with Batman, yes, this is supposed to be year 2 Batman, Robert Pattinson, whatnot. But I think the one thing that people miss, at least me who miss about Batman, he's not a singular character. He has a family. He has the Robins and the Nightwings and other people that he works with. I need that. And what are you doing? Oh my God!
Sorry, something just. That was weird.
You need that in a movie. I want to see a Robin. I don't give a fuck if it's Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake.
Yeah,
Carrie. Yeah.
You need to give him something. You need something to ground Batman.
Yeah, give me a Robin in this next trilogy. I need it. you know, because it's not really Batman to me without it.
I agree. And I mean, I'm excited about what the DCU is doing. I mean, when they did that whole Crisis on Infinite Earths on the Arrowverse, and they brought the cinematic Flash into the Flash, and I'm like, oh,
really cool.
So everything's connected now.
Yeah,
and then with the new Flash movie, you're going to have Michael Keaton reprising his role as Batman, and possibly Ben Affleck coming back as Batman in that movie.
I heard Ben Affleck is coming back for that. For the Flash.
So you're getting two different universes Batman in that movie. So to me, it's like, what a great way to retcon all your crappy movies by just going, hey, what? You don't have to hate one. You can love them all because it's all part of the same cinematic universe.
Speaking of DCEU crappy movies,
right?
How the fuck is this Zack Snyder cut of Justice League coming back?
I was about to bring that up.
And you gave this man $70 million to repolish a fucking turd. Like,
so there was never a Snyder cut, is what they're saying.
No, that's why they're spending $70 million on reshoots, because there wasn't a Snyder cut,
which is more than the budget of Joker was.
Yeah, I like Zack Snyder as a director. Batman vs. Superman wasn't it. Sometimes you miss.
Yeah.
You know, that's okay. But like this whole retcon of going back and here's my 4-hour cut of this movie. Like, bro, no one wants a 4-hour Justice League movie.
Yeah. I mean, it was a turd to begin with when it was fucking 3 hours.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, I'll watch it because I want to see if I hope it's better, because the first one was such a turd.
Yeah. But Batman vs. Superman, my expectations are very low. Like, that was all you. That was your cut.
Yeah.
And it was a piece of shit. And you think, oh, maybe if I have 4 hours now, I can make it
Give
work.
me more time. I'll make it better.
Last time I just gave you 3 and it didn't work out.
Right. One more hour. I can make Lex Luthor's mom make more of it too. That'll work.
No,
that's like if you're tanking for 30 minutes and then they're like, oh, we'll leave him up there for another hour.
No, give him the light. Give him the light. It's like, no, I just need 5.
Trust me.
I just need 5 minutes to wing him back.
I can turn this around. I know I've been eating shit for 30 minutes, but I can turn this around in the next hour.
Burned your clothes 20 minutes ago. Get off the stage.
Oh man.
That's when you need the old school the Bugs Bunny cane to pull him off the stage.
Yeah, like, get the fuck out of here.
Speaking of which, my mom, did I ever tell you about my mom's idea to open up a comedy club where you can actually throw tomatoes at people?
What?
No.
This was my mom's idea. She was like, "Yeah, how fun would it be if you sold tomatoes, and then if they're not any good, you can throw." I was like, "Because people are just gonna throw tomatoes no matter what."
Could just throw tomatoes immediately when they come on stage. Fuck you. And just throw a tomato.
No, it's like, you know how much insurance we're gonna have to have.
Someone would get stabbed. Like some comic would lose their shit. That wouldn't even. Oh my god.
Yeah,
she was dead serious about it too. She was. My mom's crazy, but she's like, maybe we'll just put chicken wire in front, like Blues Brothers.
It would just turn into a food fight.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh god, no.
Maybe one night a week, do like Wednesday tomato night.
Tomato night.
Tomato night there.
So then
in the parking lot.
In the parking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was another thing. I was like, who's gonna clean up all the fucking tomatoes? Yeah.
God.
Like, I know you guys have been busting all these tables. We get tomatoes.
You get all those tomatoes off the stage. Thanks.
No,
got to work overtime on tomato night.
You're working ever.
But honestly though, if there was like one tomato night and like you knew what you were getting into as a comic,
that would be fun. If you know what you're signing up for, I think I can make it work.
Yeah. No, because I just feel like if that was like advertised, we have a tomato night, and you have comics on there that people already kind of hate, you're gonna get people buying tickets who hate them, who just want to throw shit at tomatoes.
The only way you do it is if the comic has a bucket of tomatoes on stage with him.
You throw back.
That'd be good.
Okay,
too.
then that
we throw them back.
Yeah. The lights are on.
Yeah.
The crowd is not in darkness.
And we'll see how long you get through a set before somebody can throw a fucking tomato at you.
Yeah. Don't cry when I pelt one back in the middle of your forehead.
Give you 2 black eyes with a fucking fastball.
I'm a comic, but I used to be an athlete. Are you ready for this 90-mile-an-hour tomato?
Brother Stevens would have killed somebody with a tomato.
I put somebody in a coma with a tomato.
Oh God.
In theory, on paper, it sounds fun.
No, probably not.
That's just fights.
Okay, well, we won't book you on tomato night. How about that?
Damn
it. So other than Ralph possibly having the COVID, how's everything been going at the Ralph report?
could. I mean, we're missing doing the live shows because we would do a live show about every 3 months.
Yeah.
At the Improv. Last one we did was in February at Flappers, which was really fun. So we really missed that aspect of it. So it's been. I mean, the shows have been fine because the content's been there. Ralph puts the show together. I show up. I act like an idiot for 45 minutes and it's over. But pretty much. Second chair isn't an easy chair to sit in.
No.
But we miss the live shows and like interacting with the Garmy members and the people, because that's the best part of it, is seeing those people in person and like you see how much you affect them on a daily basis, how big of a part of their life you are.
Yeah. Have you guys tried possibly doing like a live thing like online like this or?
Ralph likes a little bit more control, so I don't know if he wants to do something like that. I know he did a Hollywood Babylon with Kevin Smith at one of those drive-ins. Like,
that was right here by my house, actually.
Yeah. Their 10-year anniversary. They did and he said it went great. It was super fun. I don't know if the format for the Ralph Report fits into something like that, but I mean, I would love to do it.
Yeah. Because like I don't know if you ever check out your mom's house or whatever. Like they did a live thing, and they ended up getting banned from the streaming service.
Did they?
Yeah, it was awful. I didn't watch it. I just saw screenshots online of it.
What did they do?
A lot of bad things. It was the opening was a guy with a butt plug on the couch.
Yeah,
with like a ring coming out of it, and so they were ring tossing onto his butt plug. That was the opening of the show.
It's like Howard Stern shit.
Yeah. And then there was like a video of like a lady pooping on some McNuggets and then eating them.
Oh my god!
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that needs to be good. That needs to be
too
banned.
much. It's too much.
I love it. I thought it was hilarious. It was like they had to work. They worked out this deal with this company that they were going to live stream on, and they were going to sell tickets for people to tune in live. And my brother and I watched it. My brother paid for it, and so he invited me over. We watched it, and it was like it was so bananas. And then they killed the numbers. Like they broke records for this service. And they were like, sure, we'd love to have you guys do a second one. And then they called them back like a couple days later. They were like, never mind. We just watched what happened. That's not. We'll never be able to give you guys another second chance.
Wow.
Yeah, but apparently they're just doing it off their own website. They're going to do one.
Hey, why not? They make all the money themselves.
Yeah, exactly. How do you feel about the drive-in stuff?
I don't know. Like I said, I know over here, I live near the Magic Castle, and I know they're running some shows in the parking lot with drive-in shows in the parking lot of the Magic Castle. A lot of Comedy Store comics are going up there.
Oh, really?
But I don't know. I don't know what the crowd reaction is like. I mean, I guess they just beep their horns.
Do they honk horns? That's what I was going to say.
I don't know. I don't know how that would affect your timing as a comedian.
Yeah.
Because we need those laughs to sort of work our timing.
Right.
I guess it works because a lot of people are doing it. It just seems weird to me.
Well, especially somebody, like you and me who don't really do theaters and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's like that'd be kind of weird to be on an out. It's like you're basically like in an outdoor theater when everyone's in their car.
Punch and you're not getting that.
Yeah. Where's the laugh? Like there. You kind of have to. Yeah. It's kind of strange.
Like Ralph had that same worry going into that Hollywood Babylon show, and he was like, he came the next day when I went over to do the Ralph Report. He's like, it was so much fun. I had no idea it could be that good. And I'm like, I haven't yet seen one in person, so I don't know what it looks like or sounds like.
Yeah,
but I guess apparently it works.
Sorry about that. Our power like dimmed for a bit.
It did. That was really scary. Yeah. My power almost went out right now.
Yeah, there's a little buzz in our ear.
Oh shit!
What the fuck?
Oh shit!
Did you guys pay the bill?
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know, but I'm getting
scared. That doesn't sound good.
I'm getting scared.
We're all right. We're gonna make it.
Actually, well, if it gets killed, we still have the stream, so I can just pull the audio there. Yeah. So fuck, man.
Last thing you want to hear is an electric buzz in your fucking ear.
Are you seeing the?
Yeah, I saw them out twice.
Yeah, and we're hearing it buzz like.
Where are you guys at? In a garage?
Yeah.
We're actually at a power plant. We're about to have a shortage. Maybe we should wrap it.
I don't want to
die.
Oh Jesus! See there.
Yeah. What the fuck? I don't want to die live on the air.
Yeah. All right. Well,
The universe is speaking.
Yeah, it is. We're about there. Thanks for coming on, Eddie. We really appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having me. It was a blast.
Yeah, man, I love
This was
talking
a lot
to you
of
every
fun.
time.
I wish we didn't have more time, but I think we might catch on fire if we.
Well, when you guys get your electrical sorted out.
Speaking of our Patreon.
Oh yeah,
send us money.
You can send us some money so we keep the electricity on. Go to patreon.com/hitthemics. I got the banner right here. There it is. We need money.
Yeah.
More than ever.
Yeah, more than ever right now. Thanks All Gas No Breaks for hooking us up with clothes because we can't afford those either.
No.
But if you want to keep the lights on, go to patreon.com/hitthemics. Thanks, Eddie, so much. We'll talk to you soon. And this episode, the audio will be up tomorrow. The video lives on YouTube and Facebook. So thanks again. And thank you guys for tuning in. And
watch Eddie's special.
Watch Eddie's
special at Eddie.
Yes.
Check out the Unspecial comedy special on iTunes, Amazon Prime, wherever you get transactional videos.
Okay.
Yeah, we watched it on Amazon, so that's a real easy way to catch it.
Leave a 1-star and a negative text review. I appreciate it.
I will send the strangest review. All right, we'll see you guys later. Thank you. Goodbye.